Number 10. This video comes from the Kadena Air Force Base in Japan. One of the guards notices a shadow coming from behind a barrier patrol, and he checks the monitor later. He found a CCTV system. This recording of the incident. Literally the white shadow flies, so this could have bug walking across the camera, but the two guards present there definitely agree that it's a ghost. Watch this part and tell me who you believe. Number 9. James Anderson recorded this strange event that occurred on the side of the road in a small village in England. His dash cam picks up a figure walking dangerously close to his vehicle. Obviously, whoever this is must have seen the headlights coming from a mile away. And they clearly make no effort to move over. Why this person was traveling in pitch dark cloth, or how they were even able to keep track of where they were going, is a mystery that's tough to solve. So, what do you think? Is it a ghost or a man trying to balance on a deadly spot? Number 8. Something in this empty bathroom is putting this dog on. Everything in this empty bathroom is putting this dog on high alert, but not even the animal knows exactly what or where it is. First, the dog sits under a counter until something grabs its attention from above. But nothing moves, so I don't know what it's looking at there. The dog starts barking, almost like it's surrounded by something that you and I can't see. It actually looks like something makes its stuff inflates you 30 seconds. I don't see or hear a bug flying around, which is my only guess, so could this be a reaction to some supernatural aspect? I think so.
I know, me too.
Right now.
I
And
know.
there's nothing in the window.
I see it. Look, bro, right at the curtain, bro. Something's looking at us.
Something is looking at us.
This could be spirit peeking out at the desk, or it could be some homeless man living there trying to observe the situation. But who knows, and it may also be some camera defect, as this clip was taken in 2007. Number 6. Ryan and his friend sneak into a creepy abandoned building and headed straight for the basement, which is rumored to be the most haunted area of all. It isn't long before their camera equipment malfunctions, possibly from an abundance of paranormal energy, and leaves them in the dark, and their light returns this fear with a pale and dirty face standing before Sean and his friends. It takes a few steps forward, and they bolt out of the house screaming for their lives. The overall pacing and the way it was shot makes me think this almost has to be a short horror film, and it looks like it could be someone wearing a mask too, but Sean insists that he still doesn't know what it was so this day. So, what are your guesses, a part of a film or somewhat more creepy? Number 5. Ferry Decker in Mexico was filming a clean property, but things didn't go as he expected when a bizarre encounter forced him running in the opposite direction. Supernatural event or just a prank? That is the question.
George, ¿cómo lo ves?
According to the uploader, this mask is very heavy and impossible to move so easily. I personally noticed that the plants and trees are not moving, so it can be the wind, then it might be some supernatural event or someone playing a joke with him. What are your guesses? Number 4. In this clip, a shadow can be seen in church moving against a wall and then vanishing midway across the entrance. You can see the door as well. Windows are lit, and in my opinion the shadow should have continued to pass across without disappearing. It's almost like it passed through the doors instead. Less than a minute later, this streak of light falls from the sky to the ground. Is this just a coincidence or a further sign of the paranormal happening? Number 3. A YouTuber posted this trail cam footage he called while camping out there at the foot of Maple Mountain in Ontario for 2 nights in a row. A strange and loud humming noise. This curly out of focus on shacks, but it's actually the arm of this giant creature. If it is a costume, it's really good. And I wouldn't even know where to step, and the blood glows pure white as it curiously handles the camera. And its glow extends to the tree behind. Announced claims he had no idea what was camping with him those 2 nights. Number 2. A couple is riding down the road when they see a stranger who looks out of place. He's wearing a floor-length black clothes and holds his hands in front of him, possibly making a symbol on. They are suspicious of him, and they drive by again. I think he looks like he might just be a regular teenager, sporting a gothic clothing style and look, but one didn't notice is a long and pointy ear, and questions if he's really a person at all. What do you think about this sighting? Sure, it's strange, but is this just a person with an uncommon fashion style for the area? Blake Newdorf is fishing with his dad on a pier in Kelowna, BC, when he sees a giant creature off in the distance, at least 60 feet according to his estimate. We can assure that this is the famous Ogopogo Lake monster. Apparently it has some kind of sharp scales.
It looks like it has spikes.
Camera is not good enough to pick up much detail aside from a basic outline. I think it kind of looks like it could be a piece of driftwood, but I guess it's 60 feet long. It would have to be a whole tree, whatever it is, that floats around the bed, where the water channels into a small bay. According to Blake, when they went around the corner to follow, it was suddenly gone. Unfortunately, by that point they had for some reason stopped recording. If what they're saying is true though, then this couldn't have been drift.